Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In today's episode of Retro-Specs, we're going to be taking a journey through the early days of cinema, exploring the first era of film history. From its humble beginnings in the late 19th century to the pre-war masterpieces of the 1930s, we'll delve into the innovators, the pioneers, and the movies that shaped the art form we all love today. It all started with a flicker. In the late 1890s, pioneers like the Lumiere brothers and Georges Méliès were all capturing short moving pictures and entertaining audiences with their short films. These early works, while simple, laid the groundwork for the cinematic language that we all use today. Birth of the kinetoscope and the cinematograph. The kinetoscope, invented by Thomas Edison in 1891, it captured moving images on celluloid film, but offered only individual viewing through a peephole. This limited its initial impact, but the technology laid the foundation for film capture. Cinematograph, developed by the Lumiere brothers in 1895, it projected moving images onto a screen, allowing communal viewing and sparking the true public fascination with cinema. Early Lumiere films, like The Arrival of a Train at La Ciotat Station, showcased the raw power and novelty of captured movement, captivating audiences with everyday scenes presented in a new light. Vaudeville acts and musical hall performances. Early filmmakers documented popular stage acts, translating the energy and humor of live entertainment to the screen. Films like the Georges Méliès' The Great Train Robbery incorporated editing techniques like jump cuts and slow motion to further enhance the spectacle. Urban and natural landscapes. Beyond entertainment, filmmakers captured the world around them. Short films showcasing bustling city streets, majestic landscapes, and exotic locations offered viewers a window to places they might never experience firsthand. This sparked a sense of wonder and connection to the world beyond their immediate surroundings. Special effects and trickery. Pioneering filmmakers like Méliès embraced the possibilities of film illusion. Techniques like stop-motion animation, double exposure, and miniature sets allowed them to create fantastical worlds and impossible scenarios, further pushing the boundaries of visual storytelling. Birth of genre with Méliès' A Trip to the Moon, 1902. This imaginative film marked a pivotal movement in cinema history. It established the science fiction genre, transporting audiences to a fantastical lunar landscape filled with bizarre creatures and innovative special effects. Méliès' playful approach to storytelling and his willingness to push technical boundaries demonstrated the potential of cinema to transcend reality and transport viewers to entirely new worlds. A Trip to the Moon inspired countless filmmakers and established the idea of genre as a way to categorize and organize films, paving the way for diverse cinematic landscape that we enjoy today. As the 20th century dawned, the silent era truly took off. Due to patent restrictions and the monopoly Edison held in American film, this led to an exodus from New York, and Hollywood emerged as a major film production center, with iconic figures like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton rising to fame with their slapstick comedies. Meanwhile, D.W. Griffith's epic films like The Birth of a Nation and Intolerance pushed boundaries of storytelling and technical innovation. Sunshine and Studios. Hollywood's ideal climate and proximity to diverse landscapes made it a prime filming location. Studios like Griffith's Biograph and later giants like Paramount and MGM emerged, centralizing production and creating a system for churning out films like butter. The Nickelodeon boom. Short, affordable films shown in Nickelodeons captivated working-class audiences, from westerns and crime dramas to comedies and melodramas. These diverse offerings laid the groundwork for Hollywood's genre-driven approach. Publicity and marketing. Studios employed innovative marketing tactics to build anticipation for films and cultivate star personas. Catchy titles, eye-catching posters, and sensationalized stories fueled public interest and cemented Hollywood's place in popular culture. D.W. Griffith's innovations. Griffith's films like The Birth of a Nation and Intolerance employed groundbreaking techniques like cross-cutting, close-ups, and flashbacks to enhance storytelling and manipulate emotion. He established the three-act structure that continues to dominate Hollywood filmmaking today. Editing takes center stage. The art of editing evolved from simple cuts to complex montages that could convey emotions, passage of time, and parallel narratives. Early editors like Edwin S. Porter played a crucial role in shaping cinematic language and storytelling, from silent to sound. The arrival of sound in the late 1920s further revolutionized storytelling. Dialogue and sound effects and music became integral elements, adding depth and realism to narratives. Early musicals like The Jazz Singer showcased the potential of sound to transport audiences emotionally. Chaplin's Little Tramp. Charlie Chaplin's iconic character, the Little Tramp, embodied humor, pathos, and social commentary. His silent films like The Kid and Modern Times captivated audiences worldwide, establishing him as the first international film star. Keaton's physical comedy. Buster Keaton's deadpan humor and acrobatic stunts brought a unique brand of physical comedy to the screen. Films like The General and Seven Chances showcased his incredible timing and mastery of slapstick, making him another beloved early star. Fan culture and celebrity worship. Studios capitalized on the public's fascination with stars, promoting their off-screen lives and fostering a culture of celebrity worship. Fan magazines, merchandise, and public appearances fueled the star system and solidified its influence on Hollywood's identity. D.W. Griffith's legacy. While The Birth of a Nation remains a technical and narrative marvel, its glorification of white supremacy and racist portrayal of black characters sparked outrage and controversy. The film's complex legacy continues to spark discussions about the power of cinema to influence social and racial perceptions. Early films tackling social issues. Despite censorship attempts, filmmakers explored themes like poverty, immigration, and labor rights in films like Chaplin's Modern Times and King Vidor's The Crown. These films, while often subtle in their approach, offered glimpses of social commentary in a rapidly changing world. The evolution of social realism. The seeds of social realism, sown in the early days of cinema, blossomed in later decades, with films like Singing in the Rain and On the Waterfront, offering more direct critiques of American society and its challenges. This legacy continues to inspire filmmakers to tackle important issues and provoke audiences to think critically. The 1920s brought another game changer. Sound. The release of The Jazz Singer in 1927 marked the beginning of the sound era, forever altering the cinematic landscape. This period also saw the rise of European cinema, with movements like German Expressionism and the Soviet montage. The talkies arrive. The 1920s witnessed the birth of talkies with synchronized sound. This revolutionized storytelling, allowing for dialogue, sound effects, and music to become integral parts of the narrative. Early musicals like The Jazz Singer and Singing in the Rain showcased the power of sound to evoke emotions and transport audiences. Redefining genre. Sound ushered in the golden age of musicals, comedies, and gangster films. Studios like Warner Brothers embraced sound technology and produced iconic films like Scarface and Little Caesar, defining the gangster genre with their gritty realism and memorable characters. Technical challenges and adaptations. The transition to sound wasn't smooth. Actors had to adapt to microphones and studios faced logistical hurdles. However, these challenges spurred innovation, leading to the development of sound recording techniques and editing tools that continue to shape filmmaking today. German Expressionism. Expressionist films like The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari and Metropolis used distorted sets, dramatic lighting, and unconventional narratives to explore the themes of anxiety, alienation, and political turmoil in post-World War I Germany. Soviet montage theory. Soviet filmmakers like Sergei Eisenstein and Dziga Vertov experimented with editing techniques to create new meaning and manipulate audience emotion. Films like Battleship Potemkin and Man with a Movie Camera became cornerstones of cinema theory, influencing filmmakers worldwide. French poetic realism. French cinema flourished with films like La Grande Illusion and Breathless, exploring themes of love, loss, and social realism with a poetic touch. These films showcase the beauty and intimacy of everyday life while tackling complex human emotions. Censorship before the code. The Hays Code, a strict moral code, wasn't implemented until 1934. This pre-code era saw Hollywood tackle controversial topics like sex, violence, and social injustice with a newfound freedom. Scarface and the gangster genre. Scarface pushed boundaries with its graphic portrayal of violence and its anti-hero protagonist. It sparked debates about censorship and the influence of film on society, but also cemented the gangster genre as a major force in Hollywood, a golden age of diversity. Pre-code films featured complex characters, diverse storylines, and bold visual styles. From screwball comedies like Bringing Up Baby to social dramas like Fury, this era offered a glimpse into a more daring and experimental Hollywood before the Hays Code tightened its grip. Spectacular production values. The 1930s also saw the rise of epic productions like Gone with the Wind, sweeping audiences with large sets, lavish costumes, and sweeping narratives. These films established the golden age of Hollywood, defining the studio system and its focus on big-budget entertainment, unforgettable characters, and romances. Casablanca remains a timeless classic, showcasing the power of romance and sacrifice set against the backdrop of World War II. Its iconic characters and quotable lines cemented its place in film history, enduring legacy. These Golden Age classics continue to inspire and influence contemporary filmmakers. Their technical advancements, compelling narratives, and unforgettable characters solidified Hollywood's position as a global center for cinematic storytelling. While Western cinema was blossoming in the first third of film history, Indian cinema was also experiencing a sort of a revolution. It all began in 1896 with the arrival of the Lumiere brothers films in Mumbai, sparking a wave of fascination with the moving pictures, dramatic storytelling. Dadasaheb Phalke, the father of Indian cinema, emerged as a key figure. His 1913 silent film, Raja Harishchandra, is considered the first full-length Indian feature film. It laid the groundwork for a thriving film industry that would soon become known for its unique blend of storytelling, music, and dance. The 1930s marked another milestone with the arrival of sound in Indian cinema. Ardeshir Irani's Alam Ara became the first Indian sound film, ushering in a new era of musical extravaganzas and romantic melodramas. Throughout this period, Indian cinema developed distinct regional identities, with Bengali filmmakers like Satyajit Ray and Ritwik Ghatak establishing a tradition of parallel cinema that focused on social realism and artistic expression. These films, often produced independently, garnered international acclaim and showcased the vast diversity of Indian culture and storytelling. As we conclude this journey through the early decades of film history, we're struck by the immense amount of passion, care, and energy that were put into these early films. From the silent comedies to the sound epics, these early years laid the foundations for everything that we love about cinema today. Join us in the next episode where we cover the second act of this story, and beware, it's only going to get much wilder from here on. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.